What is going on, everybody? I got an interesting topic to go over. It's for a recent release of a killer known as Ghoul. And so far, it's kind of like every single chapter comes out, but this one's a little different. Everyone is complaining about this character, right? But I think they got it all wrong, right? They're complaining, and he really isn't as OP as people say he is, right? But people are complaining about him because he's a new killer that came out and a very hype killer, so everyone's gonna play him. Of course, you will see him almost every game, right? That's what happened when he first like official release came out. Everyone was complaining about he first came out, and just every game was just go everywhere, go that game, go this game. But that's kind of obvious, right? Because he's a hype up killer license killer. So yeah, and then you see him every game, so you assume that everyone will get used to his power at some point, right? But no, it's been about 3 weeks since his release. Even got a slight nerf, slash rework to his add-ons and his power, right? And people are still complaining about him. Yeah, he's a good killer. He's an A tier, okay, not S tier, A tier at least killer, right? He isn't as OP as people think he is, right? Because he actually requires brain power and skill to go against. You can't just use your play brain dead gameplay all the time, hold W or pre-jump pallets the whole game. You actually have to use towers efficiently and use windows and pallets efficiently, so you don't create a dead zone very easily for this killer. I know there are good maps for him, like open maps and everything for him. It is very good for him, right? So it is a matter of RNG for this killer, but besides that, it's all about skill. Okay, the reason everyone hates on him is because he's one of those killers with movement and distant closer. What I mean by that is like think about Blade or Nurse, right? They are also easy first hit with their power, like Legion, right? Also Legion, but people complain because of the fact they can't pre-jump pallets and hold W the whole game. They actually have to use resources effectively. And these are the same survivors that heal against the plague and heal against the legion still, and even feed only their power, first 5 seconds of the game. So I'm just saying this because I see a lot of videos and I played as him and versed him. I have no problem with this killer. He's very fun. I actually had to use my brain to play against him, which I don't mind that. I love that. I actually had to like use some skill that I have to go against him, and I get so many games where I'm put in a good situation where they can't get me and they throw the game, so I just end up looping them all game because they don't leave me, or they leave me very often because I'm in a good situation. See, this killer is like a dead zone generator. He will create dead zones a lot easier than any other killer in this game because their power is very good for that. But people can't do this. Why? Because people can't use a brain dead gameplay to loop easy killers like Trapper or Hag, or any low tier killers that actually have to use their brains to use towers effectively. To break line of sight so he doesn't know exactly where you are, so you can't, he use power to instantly, dead on you and get easy down, right? And he will use his power, right? When he uses power, don't hold W into the open area where you know he has power. Or, hear me out, when people are too greedy. Greedy survivors are a big issue for this killer. If you're too greedy, you will get hit, okay? Stop being too greedy and just give him the power, alright? If it's Shaq, right? People will be saying, don't use Shaq on 5 gens. If that Shaq palette at 5 gens will help you get 3 gens done, that's a worth, okay? That's worth. Because they'll buy enough time. Time is very good on Good to Play Survivor. You need to create as much time as possible for your teammates to do something. And I'm not saying he isn't completely, broken. Like he's some flaws against him, right? His hitbox, his first hit is kind of dumb. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but after that, after the first hit, the second hit, he has to earn it. Okay, that's where you have to play, perfect, so he doesn't get the free down. But the first hit will always come guaranteed with them. Okay, but as with recent like rework or something like that. His hitbox, it did get better, but it's still very bad. I'm not gonna lie. His add-ons, actually, I actually like how they reworked the add-ons. The Umbrella was very good, especially with raid mode. It would be instant, and sometimes I'd be forgetting about that, so I'd be dying because of that. Because I'd be waiting, but I forget his his power deactivation is too fast. But overall, he is not that OP as people be saying. Okay, he's just another one of those top tier killers that are very fun to play as and play against. I personally love playing against him. I find it fun. I don't mind being injured. Okay, just people spending a lot of time healing against a killer when you know you're gonna get hit instantly after. Okay, that's why I love playing this killer because I don't mind being injured the whole game. Okay, I don't mind. I don't really like healing because I love being on gens because that's how you win. Be on gens, right? And sometimes there are situations where you have to heal, like going for saves, right? So you know get easy trade off, or end game. Took a hit for people, you know? Those are the times you should heal. Most of the time for these type of killers like Legion Plague, any of those, you don't want to heal because you will buy less time for you to actually win. That's why. But I would like you guys to know that you need to actually learn to play the game. Don't complain. You need to stop complaining about everything that comes on with this game. That's how you don't get. That's how you like. You stuck the same. You stuck the same. You will never get better. You'll always be the same garbage person that plays this game. You need to actually learn from mistakes and not stop complaining about the killer or how the killer's playing. Is you can always change how the games go based on your ability to buy time for your team. Okay, like what I'm trying to say is, don't complain and just always learn from mistakes to get better. That's all I'm saying. That's how pros become pros. Don't complain about every little thing unless it's big. Like, bugs and stuff in this game is really big, and bugs will actually fuck you up. Right? The only thing I hate about this game is the bugs, because I lose too many games just because one bug DBD has, or not even one, but multiple bugs. But overall, this killer is OP. Just please stop complaining about everything that comes down with this game. It's not as OP as you think it is. You need to learn from your mistakes and get good. All right.